If we show you on cost.
Yes, we talk after.
Okay.
Good afternoon. I think we start right away. Happy New Year. It's our first forum, and we are happy that it's not just an ordinary forum. It's a chairman's forum. And thank you for those who have made it today to come here and listen to our chairman. This is the first activity of the year, and I guess we're going to start on a very high note, and we shall be able to deliver quite a number of successful activities. I want to go very fast and just do the initial introductions. Just stand up and do your own introduction.
Good afternoon. My name is Jane John. I'm the secretary of the branch. Just for a bit of housekeeping, brochures are there, and the registration for the school in Brown.
My name is Mike Morin. I'm a member of the committee for this chapter.
We have one of our seniors here, apart from the chairman, who is a council member. I think I'll give him an opportunity later. And just chairman, for your benefit, this is one of the oldest branches, actually the oldest. We started sitting together as a thicker branch even before the act was enacted. So by the time the act was enacted and we went into full swing, we had an informal meeting of members. So it wasn't very difficult for us to start. And we have operated very successfully for the last 3 years. We've been able to deliver our mandate, especially around the CPDs. And we still see that we have a lot of opportunity in that area, because our members need to learn, they need to grow. And going forward, we're still going to commit ourselves. Plus the officials who are not here, they all have tendered their apologies. It is just the beginning of the year. Some of them are taking their kids to Form 1 today, like me, but I was lucky I was not going very fast, so I made it back on time. We do not want to take a lot of time because this is your day. And therefore, I would just call upon Catherine Mwangi. She's a council member representing this region, and I think it's only fair that I give her the opportunity to welcome the chairman to address us.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you, and Happy New Year?
Happy New Year.
You okay?
Yes.
Are you sure? I can see some people. Hello, are you there? Well, I really thank God for this day. And I would like to say that indeed we are lucky in Thika branch, because this is the first meeting that the chair is actually sharing with us. So we are a blessed branch. The other thing that I've noticed is that our group, our members are very young. So we are vibrant people. You know, we have the energy. We can be able to do better than we are. Yeah. So we need to, wow, from the talk that I was talking to the chairman of the branch, is that we have about 170 missing. So we need to find out where our neighbors, can we become our neighbor, our brother's keeper in this matter. So we need to let them know that the forum is still on. We need to let them know that we are still active. We need to let them know that we still need to earn our CPDs. We need to let them know that we are still aggressive in the industry. We are the pillar. You are the pillar. Without the HR, I'm telling you the truth, there is nowhere these companies will go. They come up with technology and they say that the robots will come and replace the human mind. Nothing. When I was doing my MBA, I was given an assignment by a professor from Nairobi University to compare the engineering effort that has a robot and human mind. And the debate on and on. And being a HR professional, I actually stood strong and I said, there's no way, even if the robot will come, the hand of a human might have to be there. True or not true? So we are very valuable. And therefore, I'm not going to take much time. I just want to start by introducing myself formally. And that's me. My name is Catherine Wanjiro Mwangi. I'm based in Muranga. And that is who I am. When it comes to education, I hold a Master's of Business and Administration of Human Resource. The other one is Bachelor of Business Administration, Human Resource again. So what I'm saying basically is that human resource is my life, is my breath, is my blood, is my everything. I'm chartered human resource, HR consultant. Currently, I'm certified, professional trainer, certified from IHRM, diploma holder, certified from NEC, and higher national diploma. Thank you. Now, what about the exposure? This is just one among many, and this is the current one that happened last year. It was actually picked by IHRM to become the panelists when it comes to the National Wage Bill Conference. You all heard what happened today, the shovels, the Kiljoris. You heard everything. So we were actually seated there and trying to come up with a solution. How do we reduce the wage bill of this country? So I was one of them. That is one among many. So let's move on. Now, with all that I have said, I have over 15 years of experience as a HR person. So you see, it's like I'm the oldest in this room, as far as the experience is concerned. I started when I was young. I never went anywhere else because I was purposed. I knew what I was looking for. I knew where I was going. So I actually went deep with my legs and with my everything, and I started human resource. Now, my first work, there is another work experience as far as international basis is concerned. Bad Consulting Partners, that is in Maryland. That's about 2 years. I was actually, no, let's go back to that one. So when you look at BALC, that means it's like I was attached to the HR, American Society of Kenya, of Maryland of United States. So the position that I was holding, I was actually doing consultant. I was a consultant. So what does that mean? It means you consult from everything. The major jobs that Americans do is actually on health sector. So what happened is that I have actually had to go and learn, get into class, and do those medical terms so that when I get to consulting, I'll be able to understand the terms. That is why we are encouraging people to come to the forum so that they can be able to be educated. You earn your CPD, you become a better person. When we say we are doing the leadership, come and be educated so that when you get to on the ground, when you actually are recruiting a leader, when you are doing training for a leader, you'll be able to tell exactly what you know, not what you imagine. So when it comes to international consulting, I'm up to the game. So try me. If you have any international company here, try me, you'll see it. It will come out by itself. Hello?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, another work experience is that Kate Consultancy, we are based in Muranga, Uhuru Highway. We have been there for a while. We have done consulting for many, many companies, including water companies, private companies, and we actually start from recruitment. And we always say, if you really want to have the job done, you start from the foundation. And the foundation is that you have to get the right person and give the right person the job to do. So how do you do that? You have actually to do the job analysis, come up with a job description, do a job spec so that you will be able to tell, is this person fit and capable to perform this particular job? And if we do that as HRs, when we actually put our feet down when it comes to the ethical part of it, because I know it's very challenging, I have been there, I have been challenged, but I have stood my grounds. So what we need to say is that fear is of the enemy. So you delete the fear or throw the fear out of the window and be who you are as far as your profession is concerned. Now, Kigondo and Company Training and Management Consultancy Firm, the same position I held as a human resource. This one, it's a very wide or big company, so to speak, because it has got the advocate part of it inside. It has actually the accountants and it has the HR. So it was a company 3-in-1. So I was managing the 3 companies as a human resource consultant, and we could actually be able to consult in the law firm and consult in the audit firm and everything put together. So that's our experience. Now, this is actually sitting in the office and doing the job as you are doing right now. So I want to encourage the gentlemen and the ladies in the house and say from where you are, you can actually be a consultant the game is up and the opportunities are there. Ladies, there are not many ladies who are HR consultant, by the way. So we are feeling cold up there. So I want to encourage you to up the game so that we can be able to tell them the truth. And what is the truth? Employ the right person, put the discipline in order, be ethical, be professional, be people-centric, and there you go. And everything comes into place. Now, Pacific Insurance Brokers. Pacific Insurance Brokers is an East African company. It had the insurance, the broker itself, and the first reinsurance. Those are two things in one. So there is one that is direct brokerage, and there is another one that portion, like the Kenya Re. So this is a baby actually, as far as the Kenya Re is concerned. And then they had a law firm also. I worked there for over 5 years as a group human resource and administration manager for the 3 companies. And it was a hard job. And it was easy, so to speak. If you know what you're doing, it becomes easy. If you don't know what you're doing, it becomes very difficult. If you're not ethical, it becomes a problem. If you're not a firm person. Once upon a time when I was working in this position, I used to tell my managers, my departmental heads, that there comes a time you become a lion. And becoming a lion is at times you actually remove your paws and the nails, they come out, you scratch. You know, so that people are not, you become a usual manager. I think it has become the norm. But when you see the word development, the company was looking for somebody who is actually going to develop the employees. And indeed, of people, looking at the talents, acquisitioning the talents for tomorrow and ensuring that there is a production manager in the line. So if tomorrow you happen to go, because we will all go, so a time is coming that you're going to retire. It is also good to think about, if I retire tomorrow, who is my predecessor? Who am I going to, are you able to build somebody? As a HR profession today, by the way, I threw a challenge to you. Because we are the people who are supposed to advise the employer. We are the people who are supposed to draw the organogram and tell them, this organogram is supposed to be like this. Because tomorrow I will not be there. I thank God for another gentleman that we have worked together, and he just challenged the chairman, the branch chair. That when are you going? I want to take up. Yeah, those are the people we want to hear. We want to hear that. And don't fear. Don't fear to groom somebody for tomorrow. Because your tomorrow will be better than. So development, if you have ever heard about the Peter Marangi, that was my key thing. I developed painters by the time that I was leaving, because if you check around, or you can tell me any of the institution that is training painters in this country, none. So my employer thought about it and said it is wise for it to happen so that we can be able to train painters. So I trained 1,000, and that was 1,500 painters. So that was developing, besides any other. Now let's look at the other one. Nairobi Serena Hotel. That was my base. That is where I started my HR job. I started as a HR assistant, and then HR officer, then acting, then manager, and then from there I decided to open up my wings to fly. Because when you feel you are competent, what else is holding you? So if you are competent with whatever you are doing, add more. Put more effort. Be aggressive. Be vigor. And then from there, when you open your wings, you will land somewhere. Now, let's talk about, now we are moving. Now, I'm actually now delivering my speech. And this is what I want to say. I want to say that, to be honest with you, I wish to take this opportunity to thank Almighty God for his favor and uniqueness. For God is unique. The way you were yesterday is not the way you are today. I feel humbled when I express my gratitude to the National Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair, for his warm welcome. The very first time I met our National Chair, he was very warm. I told him the truth. I saw him on a magazine, and I read the growth that he had actually, from where he was and the way he was moving. And I envied. I said, God, I envy this kind of a growth. And therefore, when I met him, I said, wow, it is good and a warm time and a warm period that I'm able to shake your hand. So, Mr. Chair, I still express the same thing. I made the way that we welcomed you to the council, a chance to serve the institute, the members, with your exceptional leadership. As we work together to strengthen the institute and give it a twist as per the chair's new vision, now I am telling you as members, because we are the people who are actually going to twist the chair's vision. And please allow me to attest to you that together with you, I will actually be able to communicate effectively as much as I can. I will use all the media as possible so that we can be able to relate to each other. I will be able to build relationship, that is to enhance trust, because once you build relationship and people trust each other, they will always be able to uphold the vision. The other one is that I will display confidence to those around me. Whatever I will do it with a lot of confidence and with a lot of humility so that we can be able to work together as a team, inspire and motivate. Because I have said I'm the oldest, as far as the experience is concerned, I will be able to inspire and motivate anybody who will be able to open his mind and his heart towards me. I don't know how to hide nothing. I'll be able to give whatever I have willingly. Now, I will also portray integrity and honesty. As far as my integrity is concerned, I'm cleared by the ACC, I'm clean. And my honesty, whatever I will do is whatever I will say. I'm not going to say that I'm drinking water while on the other side I am drinking wine. So integrity and honesty will be our bread and our piece of butter. Now, I will also be able to focus on purely on the objectives to form